To manage files and users with total precision, you have to leave the graphical interface behind. Today, we are stepping into the text-based environment to build your administrative foundation from scratch. Before typing any commands, let's make the canvas readable. The notes you might see online often miss a key. To increase the font size, press Ctrl, Shift, and the plus key together. To decrease it, hit Ctrl and minus. The environment you're looking at is the Born Again shell. You might see older documentation misspell this as BOURNE, but it's spelled B-O-U-R-N-E. In the Linux community, we simply refer to it by its acronym, BASH. Mastering this text interface is a requirement for serious administration. It allows you to speak directly to the operating system without any translation layers getting in the way. This diagram shows the anatomy of your first command. Typing #mkdir/India calls the make directory command as root, creating a folder at the system base. Spacing out multiple targets, like City 1, City 2, and City 3, generates multiple side-by-side directories in a single execution. To create dozens of folders, do not type parentheses like some old reference files suggest. Instead, use a curly bracket sequence. Typing mkdir/city with curly brackets containing a 1, 2 dots, and 49 generates 49 numbered folders instantly. When you need to build folders inside of folders, use the -p or parental option. This forces the system to construct the entire multi-level path, like USA, inside of Washington, inside of White House, in one continuous stroke. Understanding these basic syntax rules allows you to build entire file system hierarchies in a fraction of a second. Next, we need files to populate those directories. The command for this is often miswritten as louch, but it's actually touch. Its function is to spawn completely blank files. You cannot use it to read or edit. Just like with directories, you can feed touch a space-separated list. Typing touch note1.txt, note2.txt, note3.txt creates all three blank assets simultaneously. To clean up mistakes, we use the rm command, not nmave. This command permanently deletes files from the drive. Once you start editing text files using a program like Vim, navigation speed is critical. Typing a double lowercase g instantly jumps your cursor to the top line of the document, giving you a 1,000-step undo buffer for errors. In the terminal, creation is instantaneous, but deletion is permanent. Every keystroke requires precision. This chart plots the strict numerical boundaries of user identities. IDs from 0 to 999 are reserved strictly for automated system processes, while human operators are assigned IDs from 1,000 and above. To create an operator, type user_add, then their name, and password to secure it. To verify this, we use grep to search core databases. Account properties are stored in /etc/password, while password data goes into /etc/shadow. To inhabit this created profile, use the su, or switch user, command. When finished, press Ctrl-D to log out and return to your administrator account. A user identity functions as a regulated bundle of permissions hard-coded directly into the system's foundational databases. As an administrator, you will frequently update these profiles using the user_mod command. If you need to change a login name, you must include the lowercase -l option, a detail frequently omitted in beginner guides. You can apply other flags to mutate the account further. The -u flag overrides the user ID number, and -c appends descriptive comments, like a job title, into the profile. If an employee moves to a different department, you use the -d option to relocate their home directory to an entirely new path on the file system. For strict security, the -s flag controls shell access. Assigning the path /sbin/no-login explicitly blocks the user from accessing an interactive terminal at all. You can also apply temporal controls. The -e flag assigns a specific expiration date to the account, which is ideal for managing temporary contractors. If there is an immediate security concern, use a capital -L to lock the account's password. Once the issue is resolved, a capital -U restores their access. These command flags act as your administrative scalpel. They grant granular control over an identity, allowing you to adapt the account without having to recreate it. Eventually, an account reaches the end of its lifecycle. The command for this is userdel. But you have to pay close attention to the -R flag. This comparison shows the critical difference. On the left, using userdel with the -R option eradicates both the user and their home directory. On the right, running the command bear deletes the user profile but leaves their files on the storage drive. Your burden as an administrator is making that calculated decision. You must choose exactly when total data annihilation is required and when preservation is necessary. Let's review what we've accomplished. We started by physically scaling the text interface, then moved to building directories and creating files using structural commands. We then executed a complete arc of user administration, handling the creation of a new profile, applying modifications, and finally executing calculated terminations. By mastering these specific commands, you have moved from navigating a visual interface to managing a Linux environment through its own native language.